Hello lads and welcome to the 12th episode of the Ipswich Town Career Mode. In the last episode we played a couple of games after the transfer window. We also played the East Anglian derby of the season, in which we suffered a heartbreaking defeat in the late stages of that game. We've tried to respond and it's not been easy. The first game we've played has been against Cardiff City. You can see the lineup there. We had to pretty much rotate the full 11. Freddie Sears kept his place. Noon heads it on to Dammer, and Cardiff, they started off pretty well, and we weren't at the races. It was very similar to the Norwich game, in fact, where Ward scored the first. He did get one 15 minutes from time, a mirror goal from his first for Axel Twanzebe, the centre-back on loan from Manchester United at the moment, producing 2 wonder goals and 2 contenders for our goal of the season. It's a bit crazy. But yeah, you can see the stats there as we move on to the Preston game, which is the second of 2 simulated games which I've played. But just because I think that the games we've got coming up are actually much more important. Ward there, winning the header. We wanted to get there first, and that's a lovely goal to see. And we did keep pushing late on, and it's Declan. Well, it's Rowe who gets down. I'm sure he's not called Declan, but I keep calling him that anyway. A near post finish from him. It's a lovely finish as well. Late on, we had a bit of drama though. It's Horgan who I think finished that, and it's not ideal for us. But what happened then? They were about to go through and goal again. I knew it. I should have easily just put it back on defensive and just kept the ball and that. But we managed to get Dominic Iorfa sent off. And yeah, it's a bit silly from us, and he'll miss the next few games, or maybe just the one. I'll have to check that. But yeah, very close from Ipswich just after that red card. They're having corners and everything. There's the stats for you. A very eventful game as we head into this game against Hull City. Hull City, as you can see here, are second place. That's why I've decided to bring this game to you so soon. We're also going to play a live commentary game against Sheffield Wednesday as well, sitting in 10th position. But look at the amount of teams that are on 50 points. These could easily be in 6th. Look at that. Sunderland, Fulham, Derby, Cardiff, Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham and QPR all on 50 points each. Granted, some have played more games than others, but how tight is that? And you can see in and around it, you've got the likes of Middlesbrough, who's only 3 points off the playoffs. It's crazy. Here's the lineup we've got to play Hull City. You may recall last time we played them at the KCOM, things didn't quite go our way. I believe it was a 4-1 defeat. It was a live com game as well if you want to go back and watch that. But this time we're playing a different formation, and we've got a few different players. Of course, Axel Twanzebe, one of our only signings. Emery Moore's come back from his injury, which he suffered round about that time, and we were getting hammered from a few teams. Things weren't quite going our way, and Emery Moore's injury, long term, was one of the causes of that. But we've got a full 11, I feel, that's able to definitely give Hull a game. If we win this, it's a big, big moment for the season. Top 2 going up against each other. These have got some interesting players and some players I don't really want to mess with. Here we are then. I like how McGoldrick comes close to the ball. He can drop it off and give it to Hughes. Stuff like that is what I enjoy with David McGoldrick playing in this false 9 position. He can just receive it and then drop it off to some of the supporting players, because his shooting hasn't been great recently, and he's able to bring others into play, which he's been doing well as he plays a 1-2 kinda with McGoldrick. He whips in a cross, and that's a very good cross of deluxe quality. It's a poor header from Teddy Bishop though, who actually ends up going behind him. Spence right back. He's got it back again. He shoots straight into the hands of Marshall, who parries it into Odubajo. Twanzebe heads down this time, and Hughes, his pass wasn't exactly where I wanted it. Sam Klukas has the opportunity to deliver it. Gives it to Seb Larsson, who gives it back to Klukas, back to Larsson, and it's into Henriksen, and that's 1-0 Hull. And that's very good passing from Hull City there. Larsson, Henriksen and Klukas all involved. I still don't know why Klukas is at Hull, but you know, there we go. Not the best of starts at all, and it's pretty much deja vu from when they first played us. Goals which shouldn't really be going in. Hughes is darting one forward, is met by McGoldrick. Hughes again has the chance, and this time it's a block by Dawson. We're knocking on the door, but this door is far from open. Let's just say that. Larson heads down into Fraser Campbell, back to Larson, and now it's a chance for us as Grant Ward makes that run forward, finds the one on McGoldrick. He needs to score straight at Marshall, and that's what he's been like this past couple of months. He's very inconsistent in front of the goal, and he's not been someone that you can always rely on those type of situations. For a centre forward, he's actually been the one providing the balls. Hughes into McGoldrick. That's a lovely pass from Hughes. McGoldrick with a finish. Again, not convincing, but it gets past the keeper this time, and it's what we've deserved. We've literally been knocking on the door so much, but Hull have showed great organisation until that point. The last couple of times we've kind of cut open the defence, and may I add, what a ball this is from, I believe, M.A. Hughes. McGoldrick just needs to put it past the keeper. He lifts it over his leg. Again, not in the corner, but just enough to put us level in this match. It's been frustrating to try and break these down, and I'm glad to say we've finally been able to do it. Very good muscling and just tugging from McGoldrick to try and get the ball, keep the balls. Emery Moore now looking to do the same into Ward, and it's immediately a turnaround for Ipswich Town as Grant Ward just places it beyond the keeper. There's no smash about this smash and grab that we're about to perform against Hull. It was as delicate as you like from Grant Ward, and you don't see him there, but it was great tugging and turning from McGoldrick to keep the ball. He gave it to Moore, and it was a fantastic delivery from him as Grant Ward just placed it beyond the keeper to put us ahead. This could be huge. Fraser Campbell, but not in that direction. It was meant to go to one of the central midfielders, and that could result in a Hull City goal. As no one's marking Seb Larson at the back post, we need to sort ourselves out. We're not going to concede a goal like that for Hull City's equaliser. We don't want them to equalise ideally, but certainly not like that. 2 or 3 people in the box unmarked is simply unacceptable for the overlap, and Joe Gomez provides it. His turn to whip a cross in, and it's Hughes who heads beyond the keeper this time. He doesn't get many goals, but he's got one now, and it could be a very crucial one to see off Hull City after a scare that they might equalise. It's a good sign 10 minutes from time. Joe Gomez with a cross this time, and we've scored quite a few goals from crosses recently. We've just dug in the past couple of games. We haven't played the best and completely ripping them apart, but at the same time we've dug in and we've fought for the points we've got. It's not been an easy ride. Brad Jones with a goal kick once more. Spence to Skews. We're going to attack, try and get a goal here. David McGoldrick from central midfield now gives it to Martin Waghorn. Comes off the bench to just hand it to Marshall, but it should be enough. Webster to Ward. He backheels it. Got it to Rowe. Sears. McGoldrick skips past one and places it beyond the keeper to make it 4-1. We've mirrored the score that Hull dealt us earlier on in the campaign, and that feels good. Second in the league these are, and we've pretty much battered them from start to finish. The only problem is our defence is kind of dodgy in terms of the marking and that, but we provided the attacking quality, and these last couple of goals have pretty much been counter-attacks and taking advantage of the space that Hull have left behind. McGoldrick, I think, gets his second of the game, and it's absolutely fantastic for him and for all concerned with Ipswich Town. Full time, and that is a delightful result for us. There's still improvements that can be done as well. Bit of a different formation and a bit of a change of style to play Sheffield Wednesday at Hillsborough. Brad Jones in goal, back four of Kenlock, Chambers, Webster and Iorfa. Kenlock's actually our highest rated left back, so I'll probably start playing him more and more. We've got a midfield four, Twanzebe, the holding midfielder, with Bishop, Adeyemi just in front of him. Grant Ward will be providing a bit of flair in that attacking midfield position. Front two of Abdullahi and Martin Waghorn, both of which haven't got much game time recently. And I believe Waghorn might be able to challenge McGoldrick, despite him getting 2 in the last game. But I think he might be able to challenge McGoldrick for that striker spot now. Right, Hillsborough, here we are. Forest Park Stadium it's named as. But Sheffield Wednesday, they've got quality in their team. They've got good championship side. And they've got players which, you know, they're strong. They're hungry. Ready to cause some trouble. Ross Wallace heads it on to Fletcher. And we've got a bit of a problem here as he's given it to Winnow. And Winnow on the second attempt scores but finds out he's offside. Let off. Teddy Bishop with a long ball forward. Finds Abdullahi. And Lees with a good tackle again. He's been good for Sheffield Wednesday in his opening 15 minutes. Ball into the box, low to Teddy Bishop. He finds Luke Chambers. He shoots. Might get a second bite of the cherry, he doesn't. But, you know, we're knocking on the door. Chances at both ends, really. And, a bit of a problem here if we can't try and get a chance here. Very lucky. Off the post from, I believe, Stephen Fletcher. And another let off for us. These are dangerous. Abdullahi. Back heel to Iorfa. That's a brilliant save from Kieran Westwood in the goal. Let's look at this. It must have caught him off guard that Abdullahi would try something like that. I don't know why Iorfa was in that position, but yeah, it was a good save more than the terrible shot. One on his bum. He whips a cross in and finds Lee again, and that hits the post. Lee has been annoying, right? He's been a frustrating guy to deal with. Iorfa, good chance for him. His second good chance of the game, and this time he finishes it with power and prestige. He does. Absolutely fantastic finish as we celebrate in front of who I believe are the Sheffield Wednesday fans. Apologies, but it was a good goal. He's got the right to. It's a fantastic finish from Iorfa, hit with real pace and power. You know. Doesn't count. Win all to Fletcher. It's 1-1. And yeah, the poor mark hasn't gone, but we really shouldn't have lost it in our own half. That's the problem we were dealing with there. And yeah, it's one of the centre backs that loses it there, so you can kind of understand why everyone's annoyed. But they were holding their hands up before it had even gone in. Look at Webster and Chambers. They had the hands up before they were even going across. That's not the mentality we want. Stephen Fletcher gets first goal in the championship for Stephen Fletcher. Abdullahi, Ward into Waghorn. Is the chance. Martin Waghorn near post. Another good save from Kieran Westwood in goal. He's one of the championship's best keepers. You can see why. Look at that. Saved it with his shoulder. No, not even with his shoulder, with his elbow. Grant Ward into Martin Waghorn. Waghorn from outside the box, and that's easy to deal with from Westwood. Not caught off guard by the deflection at all. Webster, Bishop, Ward, Waghorn, Abdullahi takes a touch, shoots, slashes it past the bar. Gets it off Hughes and is able to cause a bit of a problem here as we've lost it in the most dangerous of positions. Kenlock with an impeccable block to save our blushes. And Ipswich aren't able to get anything as Zhao gives it forward. And that looks like it was offside, but Jordan Rhodes, it doesn't look as if he is. The linesman not signing anything. It's crossed over to Lee, who hits the crossbar. And still not cleared. Zhao into Webster again, off the keeper, and Boyd off the bar. Jones hits it away. As far forward as you can, please. I'll settle for a point. I'll settle for the point. My word, how have they not scored at the end? Right, let's have a look at the statistics. We've got very even statistics, you can see there, even when it comes to tackles and fouls, they're not that far away. 12 shots each. We had one more shot on target, but yeah, a draw is definitely an even result. It was a very open game, and it was fun to play. Right, that finishes off this episode. It's good to get 2 live com games in. Hull now dropped down to the playoffs. Sheffield Wednesday dropped down 1 place also to 11th. That kind of gap between the playoffs and the teams just outside it's increased a bit. Aston Villa are now our closest contenders. They've got a game in hand which could make our gap at the top to 3 points, and so far playing the same games as Hull, we've got a good 9-point lead on the playoffs, so it's good for us going into the final 10 game of the season. We might only need 2 more episodes to finish the championship off, so I'm looking forward to that. Thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Any comments would be appreciated. Anything you like about the series in general, anything you don't, please let us know so I can keep improving. I'd like to thank you all once again for watching, and I'll see you later, lads.